Hey, how's it going? I bought a Zebronics Juke Bar 9750 Pro Dolby Atmos 5.1 sound system, soundbar and subwoofer and satellite speakers, and it has been one of the most value for money purchases I have made in my life. And I wish it is one of the things that I wish I had bought earlier, uh, but it is not perfect. So which is why I want to make a video, because when I was googling it, when I was researching it, uh, there were not that many unbiased reviews online. Everything that I saw on the web, especially on YouTube, seems like paid reviews, or it seems like they were given the product by Zebronics, or if not, if they actually, even if they bought it, in the real cases where they bought it themselves, they hadn't spent that much time with it to give you an ownership review, the good, the bad, ugly. But me, having spent about 3 months with it now, I feel I'm more than qualified to tell you what I liked and didn't like about it, and why I still recommend it. So yeah, let's just get. So here is my setup. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details, the spec set or everything, because you already know that. You know that, which is why you were here to see whether it actually delivers. So the spec set and all, it's fine. And I will tell you a bit about my use case also. So this is the soundbar. It is connected to a 55-inch TV. Here is my bed right here. I do all my content consumption from my bed. From about 6 feet away. So here it is. Now I don't use the inbuilt apps from the TV. I mostly use there's my PC, gaming PC. Here's my PS5. There is the subwoofer, which we will come to. And sometimes my PC is the almost 99% of the time it is my PC which plays all the content. That is basically a entertainment machine, HTPC if you can. The console almost never gets used, and if I'm working, I sometimes screencast from my MacBook, and in all the cases the audio comes out from the Zebronics. Here the table itself is around 62 inches, I believe. The TV 55 inches, and that is the soundbar. It is pretty big, it is pretty hefty. Let me show you a bit of the back side. You already know the connectivity options, but here it is. Some of the options. The first one is power. The second one connects to the subwoofer. The subwoofer doesn't need a separate power source. And there is the HDMI EARC port. But because my TV doesn't have EARC, it is connected to ARC. So as you can see, so what I am getting is not proper Dolby Atmos. I am getting compressed Dolby Atmos, but I still do get Dolby Atmos because Windows PC support it. So it is not the best solution, but because the TV is more important and because I bought the TV first, so that's not something that I can fix now unless I go for a newer TV. So yeah, that's something I can live with. I can get uncompressed Dolby Atmos if I connect directly from my PS5 to the soundbar. But this one doesn't have pass-through. It doesn't have audio pass-through. There is no port. Now, this is actually my second Zebronics. Now, before this, I bought the Zebronics 9700 Pro, which is also a Dolby Atmos soundbar, and I returned it straight away because the so-called upward firing speaker, which is absolutely a prerequisite for proper Dolby Atmos, and the sound effect was missing. It tried its best, but at 14,000 rupees, it is a compromise. No soundbar can give you the feel. No soundbar in the world can give you the feel of surround speakers unless you actually have physical surround speakers, isn't it? So I returned it within 48 hours, and I scrounged up some more money, and I actually got proper satellite speakers. So what is different between the 9700 and 9750? Yes, this one, this bad boy, it's much bigger. It is bigger, it is heavier, it is built more solidly. You can see the sound, sound ports and everything. It is a much more solid machine than the 9700. Okay, don't think they are the same hardware, but with just two satellite speakers extra. It is bigger, it is heavier, it is more premium. It is an entirely different thing. It's entirely different beast. And yes, what else? The subwoofer itself. Sorry about the darkness. The subwoofer itself is also it is the same size, but it has a different design. I mean, it has that squarish look, everything, but it has a different design. Not much. Actually, I feel like the subwoofer in the 9700 was better because that one seemed to have punchier bass. But that is a nitpick. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. Now come to the main difference for which you paid almost double the money. This is why you pay 21,000 rupees. This is the satellite speakers. These are at ear level. Let me just zoom out a bit. This is where I stay. So I sit there in the middle. I work on my laptop here on a portable desk. So I sit there. Please ignore all the echo treatments because this is a rented apartment. So this is the best that I could get in my price range. So anyway, ear level, they need power, of course, obviously they need power. This is the power brick. This is the right speaker, and from the right speaker it has got two connections. One is power and the other goes to the left speaker. The left speaker doesn't need its own power. So yeah, this is my jerry-rigged ridiculous setup, but it works. And the distance between the two speakers is not 6 feet. I wish they were 6 feet, but as you can see, I am already close to the wall. So I wanted them equidistant, and equidistant means that they can be 6 feet apart. But still, the sound separation is very good. The surround sound, the sound stage, everything is good. Now, real life usage. My biggest problem with this setup is this. Let me show it to you. So the power thing is turned off. You can see. That is what it shows when it is turned off. Now let me turn it on right in front of you. Keep an eye on the TV. It has already turned on. Now look at the TV. This happens every single bloody time. The screen goes dark for a few seconds and then it comes back. And during that time there will be no audio. Now let me do the reverse again. I turned it off. The screen goes dark. I don't know if all ARC ports, ERC ports, any HDMI port that has two-way connection to something. Yeah, look at it. Any HDMI port that has two-way connection with a display device. I don't know if every other thing does it, but this is extremely annoying and it does this every single bloody time. I am sick and tired of it, and if I ever replace this Zebronics soundbar, this will be the primary reason, because I do all my content consumption from my PC. As soon as my PC stops playing audio for even half a second, it just wants to turn off. It is just looking for an excuse to turn off, and then the screen goes dark, and then you have to wait for around 20 seconds for the screen to come back on, and then you turn it on again. So other than that, everything else I love about it. It actually sounds very very good. Now keep in mind, real Dolby Atmos is a massive investment. It is a massive thing. Like you actually need ceiling mounted speakers. You actually need speakers mounted to the ceiling of your house. I can't do that because I live in somebody's house. You actually need speakers to the ceiling, effects to the ceiling for the down firing speakers, and that will give you the illusion of impression, not illusion of depth. So Dolby Atmos is object-based surround sound, right? So it is object-based, whereas all the surround sound technologies that came before Dolby Atmos was location-based or something. So this one, spatial audio, it is object-based, so it can actually place sounds in space. But there are soundbars without even satellite speakers that can replicate Dolby Atmos now, because it is object based. But they cost a ton. Like what the top of the line is the Sennheiser Ambio, I think. Sennheiser. It is a Sennheiser. It is Sennheiser Ambio or something that costs like 2 lakhs something. uh, even satellite speaker 5.1, 7.1 is Dolby Atmos from companies like Sony, JBL, the one that actually works, and with Dolby Atmos certificate, they start from 80,000. I looked at them all. I considered getting one because I really wanted surround sound, especially for gaming. In games like Elden Ring, where the ambient noise and everything, and the amazing Yuka Kitamura score, you want it blasting from all the sides. So, I this cost 21,000. So, no matter what drawbacks of this system we are discussing, we can't just ignore the price. It is giving us Dolby Atmos certification, and granted the Dolby and the actual output may not be as good as Dolby ever intended, but Dolby did certify it, right? This is not a joke. Dolby certified it themselves, good, bad, whatever. So, and it actually works. Okay, one more thing. If you go to the Amazon reviews, you the biggest complaint that you will see, the only reason for all the below 4 stars that you will see, is that the audio from these surround speakers are extremely low, extremely bad, very low. You can't hear them. They are barely audible until you put your ears in them. You have to you have to literally use them like headphones to hear anything. Well, just ignore all those because even in Amazon reviews, you will find some people saying that no, that is the nature of good surround speakers. Those speakers, where you hear audio from all the speakers all the time, they are not actual surround speakers. They are just wired speakers that you place at the sides. They are not separating audio. This is the nature of good surround speakers. They make a sound only when they are meant to. Now, yes, initially there were days when I myself felt that, I paid so much money for the extra two speakers that are beside my ears, and I am not getting any audio out of them. So, yeah, feels like a waste of money because all I am hearing is the front, center, and left, right channels. But then something happens, like a bullet whizzes by, or a helicopter passes behind you, or a car drives behind you, or somebody calls you out from the backside, and these speakers come to life. Those are the aha moments that you live for, the moments for which you pay. Because it comes as such a pleasant surprise. Suddenly, you hear a bullet whizzing behind your head. Like one of the first movies that I watched with this was, I think, what? John Wick 4? No. It came before that. I also watch action, and action movies shine in this. You don't need to be a gamer. Action movies are excellent in this. Uh, Gaming is excellent in this. Ambient noise, you can hear somebody shooting at you from the sides. And when these audio speakers do speak, when they do open their throats, they sound absolutely magnificent. This thing can keep up with the best from Sony and JBL and Philips and Sennheiser. That cost like 80-90,000. Now, drawbacks. One small drawback, apart from that screen thing, is that the upward firing, the ceiling effect, is a bit iffy. It's a bit hard to notice. But again, I won't knock that against it because my room is smaller than the recommended size. This house is smaller than the recommended size for a surround effect. So maybe the problem is my room. Maybe it is not the Atmos system, and I feel that it is not the problem is in the room because of one reason, because the separation between the front left, front right, center channels are so good because they are unaffected by ceiling height. The separation between these three channels are so good that I'm inclined to believe, I want to give it the benefit of doubt and think that the upward firing two speakers are also in the same of the same caliber, of the same quality. Okay, so what else did I miss? If nothing else, let me show you the packaging, because it didn't come in a normal boring rectangular box. This is the box it came in. Just ignore all the shoes on top of it. I have put it as the place for my shoes because I am running out of space for my shoes. So yeah, all my shoe cartons are on it. This is the main box that it ships in, and inside this is another box with good fancy colors and Hrithik Roshan and bigger branding and all that. But this is the safety box. This is the protection box. So yeah, to sum up, the Zebronics 9750 Pro Dolby Atmos system is punching above its price tag. I don't know how they managed to do it, but yeah, this thing certainly delivers. And I have apart from the screen turning on and off, which I don't know is the HDMI problem or Zebronics problem or this product problem, apart from that, I absolutely adore it. I love it, and I would heartily recommend it to anyone. So yeah, that's about it. Did I miss anything? I probably did, considering I tried to do it all in one take or 1-2 take unscripted. If I did, please ask me in the comments or on Twitter or threads or wherever you are comfortable, and I promise I will get back to you within 24 hours. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. Peace.